Hello, welcome. How are you all, my 11th standard students? So, another Ekam Kasoti we are going to have from government, and we are continuing with English with chapter 6 on page number 50. You all might be in good preparation of all of your subjects. So, let's start the lesson. The Browning version. Am I right? Yes. The Browning version by Terence Redding. Superbly dialogues are there as you had gone through. Most probably direct, indirect, whatever you get in your examinations are from your textbook in a dialogue form. So let's continue. Let's go through it. Some expressions are there in the text. Infer their meaning from the content. You can go through it as vocabulary is necessary for you. This is an excerpt from the Browning version. The scene is set in a school. Frank is a young and Crocker Harris middle-aged. Both are masters. Taplow is a boy of 16 who has come into do extra work for Crocker Harris, but the latter has not yet arrived and Frank finds Taplow waiting. So a historical dialogue forms you are going to have. Let's start. About 3 characters are there in this particular lesson. Let's start. Frank, do I know you? Taplow, no sir. Frank, what's your name? Taplow, Taplow is my name. Frank, Taplow, no, I don't. You are not a scientist, I gather. Might be some science fiction work. Taplow, no sir, I am still in the law of it. I can't specialize until next term. That's to say, if I have got my remove alright. So he suggests to the boy, says to the boy, I don't think that you are a scientist. The boy also convinced that no, yet he has to pass some terms, some examination. Frank, do you know if you have got your remove? What does this sentence suggest? Do you find something typical in this sentence? Yes. Don't you know if you have got your remove? Remove, what does remove stands here? To throw away? To do something? What does it mean? Remove means remove from a task. Another thing is you are removed after 12th. Year 11th if you are removed means you have completed your particular examination, particular course, particular degree. Now Taplow. No sir, Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the result like the other masters. So too, Frank and Mr. Crocker Harris, they are masters in their field. And this Taplow is a student like, just like you are. Frank, why not? Taplow, well, you know what he is like, sir. Get what? Mr. Crocker like. Frank, Frank, I believe there is a rule that form results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of the term. Obviously, you all get your result on the last day after your examination has been completed, and you all get your result. Taplow, yes, but who else pay attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris? Yes, it is true that on the last day we get the result, but nobody is concentrated on the result except Mr. Crocker Harris. Frank, I don't admit, but that's no criterion. So you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate. Have you? Means to know your fate. Fate means destiny, nasib we call in Gujarati or Hindi. Kismat it is said, Muqaddar, one type of. Here it says that what is your result? It's our fate, our destiny. That which type of result we get. No doubt we are writing examinations, but something goes to our fate too. Yes, friend, supposing the answer is favorable, what then? If the answer is favorable, means if you get a good result, then what you will do? Tableau, oh, science, sir, of course. He told, I will go for science, of course. Friend said, yes, we get all the slacks. SLS leaky, this slack seasons, you used to say. We are saying there is a slack season, let's go for shopping and this all thing. Mothers, in this particular type of winter season, mother used to go to market and get this very whatever spices and pulses and some according to the season. Because at this time, season is slack one. So here he says, yes, we get all the slackers. We all get the slackers. Tableau, protestingly, I am extremely interested in science. So, friend, are you? I am not. Not at least in the science I have to teach. Friend says, I am not interested, though I have to teach science. You are also someone might not be interested in science. Yeah, someone might be good in history, geography, anything else. So it happens. But anyhow, we have to go for science. Tableau. Well, anyway, so it's a good deal more exciting than this muck, indicating his book. Muck. What is a muck? Means one type of stuff, we can say. Here it means a string. Friend, what is this muck? Tableau. SLS. So the other man. Friend, and these words are from Greek. SLS and the Agamemnon. These both words are Greek words. Friend, and you consider view in that the Agamemnon is muck. Muck means one type of stuff. Tableau. Well, no, sir. I don't think the play is muck exactly. I suppose in a way it's rather a good plot. Really, a wife murdering her husband and all that. I only mean the way it is taught to us. Just a lot of Greek words strung together. And 50 lines if you get them wrong. So they are discussing about particular play. Muck here means one type of I think so idiotic play. He said it is what we call rubbish in our language. So here you want to say that what apart from science these all things are useless. He says no, sir. No doubt I like science, but I like this fiction also. With fiction, the play was going on, and the murder, there you consider a murder. A wife is murdering her husband. So this all one type of pretty plot is running over there. Friend, you sound a bitter, Tableau. Friend told to Tableau that you sound a bitter. Means you are giving a harsh way. Tableau, I am rather, sir. Friend, Captain, So they are discussing about a fiction. A story we can say about a plot. And apart from they are discussing about science. So Frank is not happy because he didn't like science. Tableau, no sir, extra work. Frank, extra work on the last day of the school? Is it? Are you going today do extra work and that also on the last day of the school? Taplo. Yes, sir. And I might be playing golf. You would think he would have enough to do anyway himself, considering he is leaving tomorrow for good. But oh no, I missed the day last week when I was ill. So here I am. And look at the weather, sir. Then you can understand a student used to come on the last day of the school. Do we? No, we are just coming to get the result. Yeah, marks. After your 10th examination, you would like to come here? Yeah, after your 12th examination. But here he says that I have missed many things. Playing games apart. I was ill, so I had come. And look at the weather, sir. How is the pleasant weather? Frank, bad luck steals there's one comfort. You are pretty well certain to get your removed tomorrow for being a good boy in taking extra work. And he told you have come. It's good. And you are taking your extra work, that also is very good, as it seems to be that you are a good boy. Taplo, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters. Alright, they just want there not to give a chap a remove after he start taking extra work. But those sort of rules don't apply to the Croc. Mr. Croc Harris, I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove, and do you know what he says? I would like to repeat this paragraph again. Well, the thing is so, the concept of this chapter is so, that a boy is coming in school after finishing the working days. School days, and there is a conversation between the boy and other two, friend and Mr. Rice. So here it seems that why he had come for extra work, yeah, what? And there it seems to be discussion about science, other fiction, stories, and these all things. So you might be in confusion which type of chapter is this? What is the story of this chapter? But as we go further, you all will come to know what does the story suggest. So I would like to repeat this paragraph again. Taplo, well, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters. Alright, they just wouldn't dare not to give a chap a remove after he's taking extra work. Means the teacher, they didn't like. Yeah, they don't like to give extra works to the student. It's not so everywhere. But here it is said that they don't like to remove the chap from his work. But those sort of rules don't apply to the Croc. Mr. Croc Harris, I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove. And do you know what he said, sir? And for that, as I was ill, I can't come at time. Mr. Taplo used to say that he couldn't go with the sir, with his syllabus, with his work. So he asked Mr. Croc that what to do, and what he had replied, know what? Frank said. Taplo, imitating a very gentle, rather throaty voice, my dear Taplo, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. I mean, the man's hardly human. He breaks off quickly. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? Now Taplo used to say that when I asked to sir was angry that you had not completed your work. So you have to be with your work. And thus Taplow is nervous now. And then also he used to say to friend that, sir, I have crossed the limit, then I am sorry. Friend, no what? Taplow. Friend, yes, much too far. You had gone through much too far. Taplow, sorry sir, I got carried away. I got carried away means I am depressed. Yeah, I have become aggressive. Yeah, I have become too much of anger. Yeah, there is too much of anger in me. So I told that in other school there is nothing, that if you will not complete the work, then teacher will let it go. You also might be facing the same problem. Evidently, he picks up the newspaper and opens it. Oh, Taplow, yes sir. Friend, what was the crocker had he said to you? Just repeat it, would you? Then taking a newspaper, friend asked that what Mr. Harris told you. Taplow, yes sir. Friend, what was that crocker had he said to you? Just repeat it, would you? Taplow, imitating again. My dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. As Mr. Crocker Harris told to Taplow that I have given you what you deserve, not less, not more. In terms of markings, it might be. Frank, looking sour, not in the least like him. Read your nice SLS and be quiet. He told, okay, don't be irritated, don't irritate yourself. You just go through the newspaper, through the books, through the content that you are having, and be quiet. Taplow with dislike SLS. He disliked a particular topic. Frank, look, what time did Miss Crocker Harris tell you to be here? Frank is again asking that what time you are called on. Taplow, 6:36. 6:30, sir. Frank, well, he's 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? You would still play golf before lunch. He told, he's late today. Go and enjoy golf. Go and lock up here. Taplow, really shocked. Oh no, I couldn't cut. Means I couldn't go. I couldn't cut the time. I couldn't leave this thing. Cut the crop, Mr. Crocker Harris. I shouldn't think his arrival being done in the whole time he has been here. God knows what would happen if I did. He would probably follow me home or something. So friend is advising that cut it, go. Your teacher is late, means he must be punctual. He must have punctuality. Go away, cut off. Taplow said, no, I won't. If I will cut, he will come back to my home too. Else, we don't like, your student don't like any teacher coming at your home and complaining about you. Friend, I must admit, I envy him the effort he seems to have on you boys in the form. You all seem scared to death of him. What does he do? Beat you all or something? Then Frank used to say that yes, I must admit. I admit that I envy, I confess, I mean, I think that he is harsh to the students. He is harsh to them. And what does he used to do? Do he beat you all? Taplow, good Lord, no, by God, no, he is not beating. He is not a sadist. Sadist means a typical, we can say, harsh type. Like one or two of others, he is not like others. Friend, I beg your pardon. Friend say, oh, I'm sorry, I told something wrong about Mr. Croc. Tableau. A sadist is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain. Sadist means like harsh, as I told. Harsh person and enjoying. As you all know that we in childhood, yeah, even today also, some boys and some even girls are harassing insects. Then we can say small pet animals, especially dogs, and they are hurting them and then laughing, feeling happy. There is a particular person is called sadist. Friend, indeed, but I think you went on to say that some other masters, and yes, you were saying about some other masters also. All the teachers are not equal. Some are harsh, some are proud, some are greedy, and some are frank, some are liberal too. So there are qualities of teachers, masters we can say, teachers. Here the word indicates here masters. So some teachers are there, they are typically different. We can say some are doing so, some are doing that. So it happens. Five fingers are not equal, you can understand this thing. But a teacher must be calm, liberal as per I think. As I think after completing your 10th means matriculations, a teacher must be your friend. So it happens in India. Continue. Tableau. Well, of course, dear sir, I won't mention name, but you know them as well as I do. Of course, I know most masters think we boys don't understand a thing, but sir, you are different. You are young. Well, comparatively anyway, and you are science. You must know what sadism is. As probably as in the scenario that teacher, yeah, even our parents, yeah, elder, what they think? No, he don't know anything, she don't know anything, she is not at good level, he is not at good level. But it's not so. According to the condition, according to the generation, according to the age, according to the scenario, a teacher must compare, must equalize each and every student. He must be familiar to each and every student. Once you love your teacher, your teacher loves you, then and then only this correspondence that is happening between the teacher and the student must be. So here he says that sir, not others, might be others are there, but you are young, as we all deserve young teachers that can go with the today's means updated and upgraded. Both the things are there. Updation must be there within teacher and student. So he says you are from science and you know what? What about boys? And you also know what is sadism is. Sadism means one type of gloominess. As we don't like, oh, this teacher is going to come. Oh no, we are sad. This teacher is going to, this. Okay, yes, very good. So, friend, after a pause, means stop. Good Lord, what are our schools coming to? Now he questions, what are our schools coming to? Tableau. Anyway, the croc isn't a sadist. That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be so frightened if he were, because at least it would show he had some feelings, but he hasn't. He all shriveled up inside like a nut, and he seems to hate people to like him. It's funny that I don't know any other master who doesn't like being liked. So now he gives the description about Mr. Croc, that he is a good man, he is a good teacher, but he doesn't like anybody, and he don't like that anybody else like him, a particular type of fellow, that he don't like that people like him. So we can imagine how it is. Now on page 54, Frank, and I don't know any boy who doesn't use that for his own purpose. And Frank told, yes, I don't know that any other boy would use it for his own purpose. Tableau, well, it's natural, sir, but not with the Croc. Frank, Mr. Croc Harris, you can't say Croc, you have to say because he is also teacher. Tableau, Mr. Croc Harris, the funny thing is that in spite of everything, I do rather like him. I can't help it, and sometimes I think he sees it, and that seems to shrivel him up even more. Tableau says, no doubt, sir, I like him, but my likeness he doesn't like. He don't like this my likeness as I like him. Frank, I am sure you are accelerating, means you are hesitating. Tableau, no sir, I am not. Informed the other day, he made one of his classical jokes. Of course, nobody laughed because nobody understood it, myself included. Still, I knew he had made it as funny. So I laughed, out of ordinary common politeness, and feeling a bit sorry for him for having made a poor joke. Now I can't remember what the joke was, but suppose I make it. Now you laugh, sir. Frank laughed. He says, Tableau says, that once sir told a joke, sir was writing a joke, but as nobody could understand, no one laughed. Only I laughed because I thought it might be a joke. And by saying so, even Frank started laughing. Tableau, in a gentle, throaty voice, Tableau, you laughed at my little joke, I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased at the advance your Latin has made, since you so readily have understood what the rest of the form did not. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain it to them so that they too can share your pleasure. Tableau told that you laughed me, sir. Sir, you laughed what I told. So I want to express this feeling to others too, that they can also laugh and they can have their pleasure. The door upright is pushed upon and Millie Crocker Harris entered. She is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmasters' wives. She is wearing a cap and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by the screen watching Tableau and Frank. It is a few seconds before they notice her. So a lady enters, Miss Harris, and they looked upon the dress she is wearing, hat with a bag, and she is up to about 30. Frank, come along, Tableau. Move slowly above the desk. Do not be so selfish as to keep a good job to yourself. Tell the others. He break off suddenly, noticing Millie. Oh Lord. Frank also told, come Tableau, why you are afraid? Make job that others can also know. Frank turns quickly and seems infinitely relieved at seeing Millie. Frank, oh hello. Millie, without expression, hello. She comes down to the sideboard and puts her basket on it. Tableau, moving up to the left of Frank, whispering frantically, do you think she heard? Now Tableau and friend both were afraid because Millie came inside, and then Tableau said, did she heard what we were talking? Frank shakes his head confrontingly. Millie takes off her cap and hangs it on the hall stand. I think she did. She was standing there quite a time. Frank told, yes, she might have heard our talk, we can say, as she might be standing outside for a time. Tableau, if she did and she tells him, there goes my remove, and if she will say to sir, then obviously I have to be removed from here. Frank, nonsense. He crosses to fireplace. Millie takes the basket from the sideboard, moves above the table and puts the basket on it. Millie to Tableau, waiting for my husband? Means waiting for Mr. Harris. Tableau moving down left of the table. Yes. Millie, he is at the bushes and might be there quite a time. If I were you, I would go. She told, he is not here, he is out, and instead of you, if I might be there, I might have gone. Tableau doubtfully, he said most particularly, I was to come. He told that I was to come, I was going to come. Sir, no. Millie, well, why don't you run away from a quarter of an hour and come back? She unpacked some things from the basket. So unpacking something from the basket, she told, okay, go and run out for a quarter, for 15 minutes and then come. Tableau, supposing he gets here before me. And Tableau says, suppose he comes before that. Millie is smiling. I will take the blame. She takes a prescription out of the basket. I tell you what, you can do a job for him. Take this prescription to the chemist and get it made up. Tableau, all right, Mrs. Crocker Harris. He crosses towards the door upright. And then the lady told, wife of Mr. Harris, that you take this prescription, you can do something, means you have to do your work, go to the medical shop and bring this medicines. And he also said, all right, Mrs. Crocker Harris. He crossed towards the door upright. So here, this story wants to suggest us that obviously we are making fun of teachers. We dislike teachers. So here there is a description of a particular teacher, that how he is. And then about his wife used to come and say him to do some work as a punishment, as a help, as to maintain time too. So a particular description of Mr. Harris is being given in this chapter. No doubt it is difficult to understand. Someone might having a problem with it, but once, twice, thrice if you will go through, then you will know. So if any doubt, you can just say me. Till date I would like to thank you. Thank you very much.